Joe, Republicans are looking for a reset as a party after expectations of a red wave in the midterms fell short. Republican National Committee Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel launching a post-midterm review committee, saying in a letter to members it'll, quote, assess where the party excelled and where we need to improve, especially in the clear underperformance among independent voters, end quote. The RNC also announcing a new advisory council to inform the party's 2024 vision. Danielle Alvarez is spokesperson for the RNC. She joins me live right now. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you. Tell us about this post-midterm review and what you expect will come out of it.
So there are two committees that the chairwoman is putting together. The first, as you mentioned, is the advisory council. She has invited folks from very different parts of the country, very different backgrounds, to be a sounding board for her, to help us as we tackle tough issues like continuing to grow the party. We had a lot of success in that front as we continue the infrastructure build out, voter registration, but also some tough issues. You know, we had trouble with big tech. We had to sue Google, the big tech giant, because they were suppressing our emails. So she's created this advisory council as a sounding board to get together regularly and have those conversations. The second piece is a review after elections. We want to look at what went well and what we can improve on. Some of that is what the RNC is responsible for. Again, we're the committee that builds the infrastructure, but it will be an ecosystem-wide look at what happened in the 2020 elections and what we can take on and what we believe that others will have to take on within our ecosystem to strengthen the Republican side of the aisle.
Well, I have to ask you about the red wave a little bit, or whatever people want to call it, but the party, some of them blaming certain candidates who were tied to former President Trump for sinking any possibility of a red wave. And among members of the new advisory council that we've been speaking about, former Trump advisor Kellyanne Conway, former Arizona Senate candidate Blake Masters. Is there a divide right now within the GOP as to what works and what doesn't when it comes to aligning with the former president's values?
I would really tell folks that they should not try to draw broad strokes. We haven't looked at, that's the point of this review committee. We have not looked at the previous election. I remember it was a week after the election and folks were trying to draw conclusions in states like Arizona and California. We're still counting, and we have a runoff in Georgia. So one, I will say Republicans are united. We're united because we have a runoff in Georgia. We have to hold a 50-50 Senate. It's critical that Herschel Walker defeats Raphael Warnock in Georgia. And for any of your viewers in Georgia, early voting has started in every county, and election day is December 6th. The second thing that I will say is we shouldn't draw broad strokes and early conclusions. We haven't gotten vote history back from states. We really need to look at what went wrong. We had 50 states with 50 individual elections. We didn't have one nationwide election. And I think that we would be wrong to not look at this thoroughly and see, again, where we did well in places like Florida, in places like Ohio and Iowa, in places like California, where we picked up some congressional seats, and where we could perform better. And I think that that is the purpose of these two committees and these two groups that the chairwoman has organized at the RNC. And we look forward to reporting that back.
All right. Danielle Alvarez, thank you for your time this morning. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.